In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to DebateCrypto. Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boys, CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. We apologize for the little bit of delay there, guys, but I will tell you what, we're going to make it up to you tonight. It's going to be a great stream. We're starting a little early, just to throw out there, guys. We're going to give this a shot going at 7 p.m. and we're going to go every single day. That's the game plan right now. Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. We'll still do our debates on Saturday at either 8 or 9 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. But for right now, yeah, we're gonna do 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. Miguelito,
let's get it.
What's on the podium, bro?
We got Cardano. Some bullish news for Cardano, right? Some sprinkle of hope in there in all of this bearish scenario going on. Then we got the one and only OpenSea's hacked once again. We're going to be covering that. You know, a lot of people have been talking about it. Just little details here and there so you guys can stay safe out there. And then we got DeFi running to DAO'S, right, to protect themselves from regulations. And stay tuned to the end of the video, guys, for the big meat and potatoes, which is the crypto winter, right, with the whole situation that is happening. And we're going to be covering some heavy details about what to expect about this winter.
Heck yeah, guys. It's going to be a good stream. As always, make sure you guys smash the likes, do all the things that YouTube and we love to see. Thank you for being here on this beautiful Monday evening. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let me share my screen here. And yeah, let's kick it off with a little Cardano action. All right. So Cardano outpaces Litecoin and Ethereum in on-chain activity as ADA blockchain expands. Per recent data from Masari, aside from Bitcoin, Cardano is presently in the top place in terms of transaction activity, outpacing Litecoin and Ethereum. Based on transaction volume, Cardano overtook Litecoin and Ethereum at $17.04 billion, while the latter registered 24-hour volumes of 7.2 billion and 5.25 billion, respectively. Miguel, what does this say to you when you hear this? Do you have kind of a temperature check on what's going on here?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, things are expanding for Cardano. People aren't patient, but, you know, it's been slow for Cardano. People thought Cardano was just going to explode right off the gate once it got smart contracts back in September, but it didn't happen that way. So people got very defeated, just kind of gave up about the whole Cardano situation. But yeah, it is showing that it is still persisting. Things are still coming out. We're seeing more and more NFTs on the blockchain, right? If you have not bought or looked at any NFTs in the Cardano blockchain, guys, the releases, the launches for these drops, right, are happening at like 60 Cardano. Right now Cardano's under $1, so that's less than $60 per Cardano.
Facts.
Per NFT drop, I should say. Per NFT drop. You go to any Ethereum NFT drop and it's easily 0.1 and up for any NFT drop, plus the gas fees, right? Yeah. And most likely you're not even going to get into the drop because of how many, snipers and bots we have. It's a lot easier. There's a lot more advantage to jumping onto Cardano, getting into some NFTs collections that are doing really well on there as well. There are blue chips on the Cardano network. They're not all on Ethereum. So
yeah, check it out. There is a lot going on over there. I hold a nice bag of ADA. And you know what? I haven't even been paying attention to the day-to-day as far as the price action, like closely. And I just said to Miguel before the stream, I kind of looked and I was like, oh, shoot, it's under $1 right now. And so I just want to throw out there, guys, again, as always, not financial advice, but there is opportunities all over the market. And those opportunities lie in projects that we like to talk to you about that are the long term, right? You don't hear us talk a lot about little meme coins and things that are just, frivolously going to probably go away. We talk about real deal projects, and this is definitely one of them. Let's take a look. We've got actually some more action here. We've got a few things about Cardano here. Let's check this out. So Crypto, gosh, I can't talk tonight, apparently. Crypto Capital Venture founder says Cardano is the biggest sleeping giant waiting to explode. I thought this was a very interesting headline here. Dan Gambardello, the owner of Crypto Capital Ventures, CBV, is bullish on ADA as he makes interesting predictions for the cryptocurrency. Speaking in a recent tweet, Gambardello calls ADA the biggest sleeping giant that is poised for an impressive run at the appropriate time. You know, so Cardano, I don't know if you guys know this, but Cardano has the biggest following of any projects. Now, a lot of people would say, well, wait a minute, no, it's got to be XRP. It's actually not. It's actually Cardano. And so I think that it will be interesting to see as things actually continue to happen, right? You just talked about NFTs, Miguel. That's popped onto the scene. I think as they continue to build on the ability to have the smart contracts, boom, we take another step, right? And as things continue to progress, I can't see another project, at least right now, that has more potential than Cardano, because ultimately the reality is, look at it, hype, i.e., the number of people that are interested in something genuinely at this point does drive price. And a lot of people have been kind of bowing out because things have been down. I will tell you, from someone who's been through a bear market, the times when the prices are down are the times when you should be looking at them.
Man,
I'm
but
just saying.
people are super down on Cardano's price action, but
Yeah.
Cardano went from like 2 cents to $3.
Yeah.
Like if
150x.
yeah, like if you were buying at 2 cents, you made life changing money. Like that was it, right? But people are still like, oh, Cardano doesn't make any moves. Like it's just stayed there. It's like, guys, it was at 2 cents. It's been at $1 at its worst. Right now, for the first time in a long time, it drops back below $1.
Yeah.
And people are still, bearish on Cardano in the price action. They're not happy with it. For the people in the chat, I see you asking about the NFTs for Cardano. The two websites that you can check that I know off the top of my head is cnft.tools
Yeah.
and jpg.store are the two websites that you can go, the two marketplaces for Cardano NFTs.
And then, yeah, cnft.io, I think, is the other Cardano marketplace. Yes. Yes.
I think it's dot tools. I think
Is it?
cnft dot
Okay.
tools.
Okay. Don't trust me. Miguel's been way more into the Cardano NFTs than I have, so trust him on that. Check this out, Miguel. We're talking about people who have been buying, Cardano,
Yeah,
and this is what we say: swim with the whales, right? Check
there
this
it
out:
is.
$5.1 million in ADA acquired by the largest BNB wallet, says Whale Stats. Now, let me pause real quick before I read the first little blurb on this. $5.1 million in Cardano. That's a lot. Whether you have a ton of money or not, $5.1 million is a lot of money. And so what I want to throw out there is, if someone that has the capital to throw $5.1 million into a project throws it in when it gets down below $1, again, as always, NFA, not financial advice, but hey, they're seeing something and they call that opportunity. So, just throwing that out there. Check this out. Data published by Whale Stats BSC, a blockchain service that tracks data related to BSC-based tokens and whales who hold them, has tweeted that a major BNB investor has bought 5.3 million ADA, the native token of Cardano. This comprises over $5.1 million. It should be noted that this ADA BEP20, Cardano's native token on the BNB chain, it cannot be sent to an address on the Cardano network, but can exist and be exchanged only on the BNB network, previously known as BSC, which is Binance Smart Chain, which they've been switching that up a little bit. I got to look into that further, but they are rebranding a number of things in the crypto space as a whole, and this is one of them. What do you think they're doing? So this is a BEP20, right?
Yeah,
So what do you think they're doing with this,
they're
Miguel?
bringing Cardano onto the Binance Smart Chain, right? Binance Smart Chain. We saw that had great speed when it came to the congestion compared to Ethereum, and the NFT play to earn game was really taking off. So that was helping, right? Cardano doesn't have a lot of play to earn right now, but maybe merging it into the Binance Smart Chain can start getting ADA involved, do some play to earn route. ADA is still building, its system. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to like have their thing on their play to earn on their own native blockchains, but it's actually a really good thing to be able to interoperate, right, and bring ADA into Binance Smart Chain, so that people are using Binance say, hey man, this ADA thing is really good, right, and then back and forth. Eventually, maybe it'll come back into ADA as well, and then ADA can work with Binance Smart Chain a lot more closely. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I wanted to throw this out there real quick. So Gus, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Says I scooped ADA yesterday at $1. This coming couple of days, I'm getting more. Essentially, prices are too good, and you know, I do see these price fluctuations as opportunity. And here's what I do think, Miguel. I think that we are going to look. So we talk about this long term mindset. That's where you and I are at. And we talk about that. Where are we going to be in 2030, right? Sipping a Mai Tai on a beach somewhere. We talk about that, right? I think that we're going to look back in 2030 and people who are going to say, yeah, it's going lower. It's going lower. It is going to be inconsequential if you bought at 64 cents or 96 cents, right? I ultimately think that it's going to look back and say, what was I doing? And I think that that is
Yeah.
going to be the case with a number of different projects. Guys, let me be clear though. These prices, this price action can go a lot lower. So you do need to be prepared for that, right? But ultimately, if you do have what we've been talking about, that long-term mindset, then you
Dollar
can
cost average.
average down. You can average down as the prices continue. Don't pop your whole bag, or bust your whole, don't spend everything all at once, I guess is what I'm throwing out there, right? Be prepared to be able to average down if we do continue to go down. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more as we get towards the end of the stream, kind of
And
this
one
crypto winter idea.
Yeah, and one quick thing I want to mention about you saying, right, that the difference between buying at 80 cents or 63 cents, people get really caught up on, well, I'm gonna wait for it to drop another 10 cents to really start buying, right? And then that 10 cents drop never happens. It has a pump, they
Yep.
miss, right? And then they're buying at way higher prices anyway. Eventually, even if they even end up buying, sometimes they just completely say, well, I wasn't able to buy at the 63 cents that I really wanted, so I'm
Yeah.
just not buying it. Then you miss on a complete run all the way to $3 or more just because of that 10 cents. So
Yep.
people need to stop thinking so short term and waiting for the exact dollar and cent to come about to be happy enough to start buying in. I think it's a big mistake, and that's how a lot of beginners miss out. But not
That
financial advice, right? That's
yeah,
just
that's
what I see
exactly.
from personal experience. It's happened to me before,
Yeah.
and I've always tend to try to work on that.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I ultimately, that's why we talk about dollar cost averaging, because we don't know when the top is, we don't know when the bottom is, and everywhere in between is either an opportunity or it's not. And if we're looking long term, it's pretty much kind of all on the lower side of things, opportunity. So I think it's really interesting, dude. This next article, right, on OpenSea. Before I pull up the article, I want to tell real quick. I jumped on to my wall, and I was telling actually our academy, if you guys are interested in getting more personally involved with Miguel and I, we do have DebateCrypto.academy. Make sure you guys check us out. We've got everything from a Crypto 101 course, which is literally like 18 or 19 classes at this point, continues to grow all the way from that to weekly private seminars on Sundays. We'd love to have you. So check us out there. But I was telling the group yesterday, I signed on to my MetaMask wallet to make sure that I wasn't indeed, I'm usually pretty good about disconnecting, but to make sure that I wasn't connected to OpenSea. And I opened up my wallet and it said 0 ETH. And
Oh no, I got hacked.
I literally like my heart kind of dropped into my stomach. I didn't have a ton on there, but I had enough that I would have been irritated, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, really? I guess I learned. And then I like looked at it again and I said, wait a minute. I have more than one ETH account on my MetaMask wallet. Let me just double check this. And then I clicked to the other account. And as what's the guy named
Ta-da!
Cobby Lame? Like, there it is,
Ta-da!
right?
There it is.
Ta-da. So at any
I'm
event,
I'm
but
glad that you didn't get hacked and you weren't a victim. But at the end of the day, you don't hold any blue chip NFTs, so who's coming after you anyway?
hey,
Right?
you know what? That's well, hold on a second. We got a couple blue chippers, right? If you they're gonna be blue chips, right? The Red
Maybe
Village,
someday.
bro. Maybe someday we can hope, we can dream, maybe we'll get lucky. But check this out. So OpenSea,
Let's
you guys
get
have
it.
heard about this. We want to talk about it a little further. Planned upgrade stalls as phishing attack targets NFT migration. OpenSea announced a new smart contract upgrade with a 1 week deadline Friday. However, the urgency and short deadline opened up a small window of opportunity for hackers. Major NFT marketplace OpenSea has reportedly fallen victim to an ongoing phishing attack within hours after announcing a week-long planned upgrade to delist inactive NFTs on the platform. Just Friday, OpenSea announced a smart contract upgrade, which requires users to migrate their listed NFTs from Ethereum blockchain to a new smart contract. As a result of the upgrade, users who don't migrate over from Ethereum risk losing their old inactive listings, which currently require no gas fees for migration. However, the urgency and short deadline opened up a small window of opportunity for hackers. Within hours after OpenSea's upgrade announcement, reports across multiple sources emerged about ongoing attack that targeted the soon-to-be delisted NFTs. Dude, why are these hackers? It's irritating, man. It
Dude,
literally they look for any vulnerability they can find. It's frustrating, Miguel.
but I mean, just imagine, right, what's available on OpenSeas, right? All these board ape yacht clubs, crypto punks, right? And if there's a small chance you can take it, they can't take it back from you. They can't, right? They can't. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting there, right? OpenSeas should be running bigger bounties if they are running any bounties to make sure that to incentivize these hackers to instead get paid in the bounty
Oh, the bug bounties.
instead of stealing, right, the crypto the NFTs. Also, I heard have not confirmed at all, but it was according to this whole NFT situation happening on OpenSeas, it was started or had something to do with a displeased ex-employee that came in and was able to do that. But that is not confirmed. That is something I saw. Didn't look deeply into it. Just wanted to bring it up. Don't know if anybody knows about it. If you do, drop it in the chat. If you don't, look it up. Do your own research. But that's another big thing, right? We've seen before OpenSeas had employees working at the company doing some,
That's what I was gonna say.
some frowned upon activity, right?
I,
Some frowned upon
that's
activity.
a nice way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. With insider information and making money off NFTs in ways that abusing power that they shouldn't be abusing. So
Yeah,
it's not the first time we see something like that.
there's been a lot of shisty things going on as it relates to OpenSea, and so I'll be interested to see if they actually. Here's what I think. I think that as Coinbase gets into the NFT space and really takes hold, I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think they're going to make it so easy. I think it's just going to be, hey, that's where you go, that's where I hold, that's where I buy. I just think that it's
Yeah.
going to. I think that it's
I
going
mean,
to overtake it.
crypto.com does that too, right? They have their own NFT
Yeah.
marketplace, really
Yep.
simple to use,
Hmm.
straightforward. But these type of hacks that continue happening are all a big sign saying hardware wallet,
Oh
hardware
yeah,
wallet,
no doubt,
hardware wallet,
no doubt.
security, security,
Facts.
security. If
Yep.
you want to be in the crypto game, if you want to make it and survive, you don't want to lose your stuff, you want to be your own bank, you need to have the security of a bank, right?
Yeah.
Top tier security. Always stay safe. Bring things onto cold storage. Absolutely no
Yeah.
reason you need to be holding a blue chip NFT and leaving it on your MetaMask
Oh no.
connected to OpenSeas
Yeah.
just so that you can look at it every day
Yeah.
on your OpenSea account, right? Do
Yeah.
not do that, guys.
I'm
Stay safe out there.
I couldn't have said that better myself. And ultimately, guys, if you're looking for, I personally really love my ledger. We have a code down below in the description for a ledger, and I will tell you, there has been not a better case made since the inception of crypto, other than the Canadian stuff that's going on right now. That is
Yep.
what spells hardware wallet, not to
Yep.
make a right hand turn or whatever, but ultimately that spells hardware wallet more than anything. And I think people were saying, well, wait a minute, they're able to freeze crypto for no, they're not, right? Not if we're talking hardware wallet transactions. No one has my keys. No one has control of over my crypto. That's why it's not your keys, not your crypto. If it's on a centralized exchange and that's how you're operating solely, then absolutely, yes, they can. And so that is why we are a big time proponents for custodying your own crypto. So
Yeah, and always buy your ledger directly from the
yeah,
website. We know we have an affiliate link; it will take you directly to the
yeah,
website.
it
But
takes you
don't be
directly
buying it
there.
on Amazon or any third-party
Exactly.
websites. Buy it
Yep.
directly from Ledger
Yeah.
or Treasure, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Let's
no
move on
doubt.
to the next article.
Yeah, for sure. So next article here coming up is a little bit about something that I'm super interested in, Miguel, and I think we're going to be getting into the way that we run our academy is a little bit like a DAO. We try to involve everybody, and I think that that's going to continue to grow in the way that we do that. I think it's really interesting. So DeFi may turn to DAO governance to reduce regulatory risks in 2022. So I thought this was interesting. KuCoin Labs, the investment and research arm of crypto exchange KuCoin, has released its annual report predicting that centralized or decentralized finance rather will still be a significant trend in the crypto industry in 2022, and governance will be run through decentralized autonomous organizations. With the DeFi ecosystem continuing to be plagued by criminal whales, the risks of financial loss within the sector are becoming more apparent. Because of this, calls to regulate DeFi began taking flight in 2021, and the sector has started to face enforcement actions over the past year. As regulators close in on DeFi, KuCoin Labs has predicted that the industry may turn to DAO governance to reduce regulatory risk. Miguel, for the new people in the chat, please dumb this down a little bit. I hate to say it that way, but ultimately break this down to, hey, what the heck are they saying here?
Yeah. Before I do that, I just want to remind everybody in the chat and everybody watching this video to stay tuned to the end of the video before we get into the crypto winter chat, right? That's where the meat and potatoes of this video is going to be.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. So yes, to dumb this down, right? To make this as simple as possible, because sometimes they don't speak plain English. Regulation, right? Banks, they feel the threat from DeFi. They're going to come after DeFi. They're going to come after all these banks, right? We already saw the 100 million penalty for BlockFi. Yes, BlockFi, because of because they offered a better product than what banks can offer you right now. They offer you 4, 6, 10% on your crypto, and banks can't even offer you 1% on your fiat that's sitting there, right? And they're using that money for their own benefit, and they can't even offer you 1% of the profit that they're making.
Yeah.
But that, with that being said, shows you the level of power that they're afraid of, that DeFi is taking away from them. So if they're coming after these BlockFi and other companies, right? We know that there is some other decentralized applications out there for DeFi to avoid the issues of regulations in general. If they convert it into a DAO, they cannot they can't come after them, right? It's decentralized. And this is what we talked about in the previous debate on Saturday. If you guys have not seen that debate, the XRP securities, right, are crypto securities not, last Saturday, check it out with Mark Money and Nick debating if cryptos are securities. In that debate, we shortly covered that basically these regulations are going to possibly push for more decentralization. To avoid regulation, these products need to become more decentralized. So I'm a proponent for decentralization, so bring it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think that I want to pull this up real quick before we jump into this. It says they'll try, but they won't even come close to succeeding. People vote with their cash, and boy, is cash flowing into the crypto world in general. I guess it depends on what you're saying about them not being close to succeeding. If you're saying that DAOs aren't going to succeed, I would actually argue that. I think that people want to be able to vote. I think that, am I misunderstanding what was being said there, Miguel? Is that how you read that?
I don't know if they're saying that. I think they might be saying that they're not going to succeed on the regulations. Maybe.
Oh, okay, okay,
I think it's
yeah,
I think is what they're
yeah.
trying to
So
say there.
I think it'll be really interesting. Just having different. The reality is, if you get into the legal system, everything is a position and a way to basically, hey, this is what it says, but this is what it really means, right? And it's all conjecture. So, I don't know. I think I think it's an interesting thought. And listen, DAOs as a general rule, that whole idea, I believe, makes a lot of sense. There is too much in the centralization side of things. There's too much power in the hands of a few people, right? We're seeing that right now with our government.
Exactly.
We're actually getting ready to step into the last part of
Yeah, it's
the
exactly what they were saying. Governments will
yes,
fail at attacking cryptos and DAOs. Yeah, I completely agree. And for
yeah,
people that are not, sorry to cut you off, but for people that are not like super like knowledgeable about DAOs or bullish on DAOs, I understand DAOs are a new thing that came about this last year, right? They're going to be slowly evolving. I know a lot of DAOs have ended up in either rug pools or just never really succeeding at what they're trying to get to. but neither did NFTs when they first started back in
Yeah.
2017. It's
Yeah.
taken a long time to have this NFT craze because this has not existed before. Now it does, right? DAOs evolve, people will get better and better at running DAOs, and new changes will come, and they will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So let's move towards this crypto winter as it relates to some of the regulation and other things that are going on macro, politically,
All right,
economically,
here we
whatever.
go. Let's bring it.
So I think you and I hold a little bit of a different opinion on this, but let's talk about it. I
Yeah,
okay.
we know. We all know you're the fiat bull here.
So let's even get away from the deflation inflation thing. I see there is so much weight that people are feeling right now in the market. And if you are new, I want to give you a little bit of encouragement. If you are new, one of the things to remember is as that weight bears down on you, you got to understand that's bearing down on a lot of other people too. And a lot of them are maybe like you, newer to the space. Okay. And as that weight presses down on people, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to cave. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to sell. They say, you know what? I can't hold anymore. Maybe they bought at a certain point where they're like, you know what? I need that money back. They didn't get in with the long term. They thought they were going to make a quick flip, whatever the case may be. And so what I want to give you some encouragement is when prices are significantly down, when the fear and greed index is down, or well, I guess the fear level is way up, the actual fear and greed number is low, that's generally a really good buying sign. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that it's the old saying, right? Buy when there's blood in the streets. Ultimately, things are so scary right now that there's a lot of people that are bailing, and at some point that bailing has to stop. But let me just say this, but I Miguel said earlier, like, but it's different this time. And it is, right? There are things that are going on that are different this time, right? And I want Miguel to kind of speak on that a little bit. But just beware of this. There's opportunity if you're willing to look again long term. That opportunity is in dollar cost averaging. And if the prices continue to go down, you will be averaging down. Do I believe that all of the macro political factors going on right now are real? I don't. I believe that we need something to point at because there's so much uncertainty and chaos in our world right now that we need somewhere to point. And this is why things are down. And this is where, this is why things are so bearish. And I think it also gives the institutions opportunities to buy at lower prices. Okay. Miguel, so I believe that we are in, at a minimum, a very bearish period. We've had 13 of the last 15 weeks bearish, right? So we're at a minimum in that, possibly full-on bear market. I said earlier today from a tweet that I saw, we're going to know we're in a bear market when we look back from the next bull market and point and say, hey, that was the bear market. It's hard because we've been through this before, Miguel and I have, and Miguel, you have to admit this. When we were in it, what did we keep saying? It's coming back. No, it's going to turn back around. This is just a short period, even with huge movements. And so my question to you would be, why do you believe that it's different right now? I'm not trying to be the bear. I'm trying to say, hey, I'm looking forward to some opportunity coming up to buy at some of these lower prices. It's all about that mindset. But why do you think that it's different this time?
Yeah. So before I answer your question why I think it's different this time, I'm also going to point out to what you said about dollar cost averaging.
Mhm.
The reason why dollar cost averaging is so important is because people have this mindset that they're going to buy. I'm just going to wait till it goes lower, and then I'm going to
Mhm.
eventually buy the bottom right before we skyrocket back to the top. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. If that is
Buy
your
bottoms, sell
investment
tops.
strategy, yeah. If that's your investment strategy, I'm just gonna wait for that real estate market to crash, and then I'm gonna buy a house, and I'm gonna make a ton of money. I'm just gonna wait for the crypto market to crash, and then I'm gonna buy a bunch. You're not. You're just not, right?
It's going to
It's
crash and
most
you're going to
likely
get scared.
when that moment happens, you're gonna be shitting your pants because you're like, oh snap, the crash is happening, right? And you're not gonna be prepared to buy. You're gonna see all the fear in the market, all the uncertainty, all the doubt, right? Everyone's like, that's it, it's all over, and then you don't end up buying. You don't. You know, how many people were buying stocks when those stocks were crashing in March when the fog around the world started? I'm sure not a lot of people were. That's why it was dumping, right? Not a lot of people were buying.
The big hands were
Yeah,
probably
the
buying
big
at that
hands were,
point.
right? The big hands,
Yep.
but the retail were not. And that's going to
Mhm.
happen in crypto again. So Dollar cost averaging, very important. You don't buy your whole entire capital that you have for investment all at once. You sprinkle it in all the way down,
Yeah.
right? And you dollar cost average. Everyone buys a local top at some point, and then they eventually that local top becomes a local bottom so far away from the top that you think you're the greatest investor ever. So,
Like
so
Miguel.
yeah, like me, right? Exactly. That's exactly what I did. I was an idiot at first, buying all types of tops. Now you look at me and I'm a genius. I
Me
bought
too.
so low, right? Compared to what the prices are
Me
now.
too. Me too.
So why I think it's different. I think that they will crypto winters. I just don't. I think the winters are gone. They are thought out. Global warming has gotten to them and they are done, right? There will no longer be a crypto winter. The ice age is over. We've broken the ice age, right?
Okay.
Institutions are publicly here. We have countries, El Salvador, Russia, right? All these countries getting into crypto. Canada providing the perfect example why crypto is important, why being your own bank is important. So I think the genie's out of the bottle. There's no putting the genie back in the bottle anymore. So I don't think these extended multi-year long bear scenarios are going to ever play out again. I think we're going to have what you said. We've had 13 out of the last 15 weeks that have been in a bearish trend, right? That's fine. We're going to come back out of this. We're going to have mini bear markets, as I would say, right? I would say a mini bear market, but not a crypto winter ever again. We're going to have mini bear markets, bull run, mini bear markets, bull run. And that's just part of the evolution of crypto. That's kind of how it is with the stock market, right? Your stock market doesn't just go into a 5-year bear market and
Right.
it's just doom and gloom for 5 years. It
Agreed.
doesn't. It's small trends up, small trends down. Right now, we just have, the crypto market is still small enough where we have massive, these small bull markets are massive percentages.
Yeah, I'm waiting for, you know what I'm waiting for. So I agree with a lot of what you just said. I know this is debate crypto, but guys, we are allowed to agree on some things here, okay? But I do want to bring up one thing that I see happening that I want to give everyone also an encouragement on. When that huge event, I believe that it's also going to be event driven. The crypto space has not solidified enough. And let's be real, the stock market even cannot, for short periods of time, like some crazy news will crush the market, right? So what I want to tell you is that back in March of 2020 could have quite possibly been the greatest opportunity you ever had, short of or shy of, getting involved back in 2009, 10, 11, whatever, right? And so when the big things do happen, if your long-term outlook is you believe in crypto, like with your soul, like deep down here and deep in here, you say crypto is the future. If that's you, then when we have these massive things that happen and we have these huge capitulations where the price just absolutely dumps, then the only way that you can look at that is opportunity in my lap. And then my question for you is, are you going to take it?
Yeah, and I want to just say when you're talking about believing, it's not a faith in crypto. It's not putting your faith, a blind faith, right? Taking a leap of faith here. If you believe, it's because you understand. It's about
Hmm.
educating
That's a
yourself.
good
If
point.
you've educated yourself, if you've read the Bitcoin Standard, I thought I had it here, but I don't. Right? If you've read the book, if you've understood, if you've done research on what Bitcoin is, cryptocurrencies are, what they stand for, what their intent is, how do they take power away from the traditional system? What is money? How is money manipulated, handled, created, and destroyed? Inflation, deflation, all these things. If you have an understanding of economics and you understand crypto, then that's where the belief comes that
That's a
crypto
good
is
point.
the future. It's not I'm going to believe and blindly and then just follow the herd, right? No, you need to educate yourself so then you can be able to have the belief
Yeah.
of why crypto is going to be where it's at. And it's just playing out. Yes, we could have some crazy scenarios, right? But these scenarios that are happening right now, even though they're bearish, right? The whole Canada thing, bearish for the markets, right? But at the same time, a huge example of
But
why you need to be in
yes,
crypto.
yes,
Russia, war, United States, oh no, it's the end of the world. It's not. It's not. Russia has invaded Ukraine before. It happened in 2014. It wasn't that long ago. The
right.
world didn't end. The world didn't go into World War III. There was not nuclear war. It was okay. And the stock market kept pumping. They kept pumping. The
Yep.
reason why the stock market is even up now, or has been up for the past 2 years, is because they were injecting it with liquidity the whole time to keep the market propped up. That is the one difference between the stock market and the crypto market. When negative things happen and the crypto market dumps a little bit, there's no, oh hey, Gary
I
Gensler
need a
or
bailout.
whatever. Give me some liquidity over here. Let's prop up this market, right?
Yeah.
They don't have that. We don't have that. We don't depend on that. So if we drop, we have a natural drop, whether it's from whale manipulation or whatever. There's nobody coming to bail us out, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Unlike the stock market, it seems like, oh my God, it's so much better because it just goes up and up forever. It's monopoly money, guys. Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Right? So Russia, war, terrible scenario. But yet, what are they doing? Hey, I'm gonna start maybe legalizing this
Talking
Bitcoin
about
thing.
Bitcoin.
So when the sanctions come, I can just say, hey, I don't care. I got
Right.
Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Ukraine, maybe that's why Ukraine's getting invaded, because they legalized the Bitcoin and they were like, we want some of that. Go get them. Go get them.
You know what, Miguel? It's perspective. I did a show. Actually, we put it up. I put it up on YouTube, so check it out. It's literally like a 15-second video. I think I put this one up on maybe it was something. No, actually, it might have been actually a TikTok. But at any event, I show my daughter. She does this really cute little thing where she turns her head sideways and smiles at me. And here's what I want to say: it's like if you can turn your head enough, then the charts are always going up and to the right. It's all about perspective, right?
Just zoom out, right?
And
Just
yes,
zoom out.
and that's exactly what I'm getting at. We do, and I'm guilty of it sometimes as well. We get so focused on the here and now. Now, because of what Miguel and I do for a living and here and presenting, we need to know the here and now. But what I want to encourage everyone is that let me just look at it a little bit differently. And that differently is by zooming out, like Miguel just said. The reality is Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto markets as a whole have done nothing but go up and to the right over the long term, and they're going to continue to. So right now, yeah, you might have a lot of what I would call opportunity. Long term, again, if you take advantage now, you're going to reap the benefits of the opportunity that you took. And so I just want to tell everybody here, we're never giving you financial advice, but freaking buy some projects that are going to be around for a long time because it will make you wealthy.
Yeah, exactly right. And if you're looking for a community of people that are all learning and understanding crypto, check out the Debate Crypto Academy, right?
Yeah.
Invest in yourself, invest in your education. We understand that anything and everything is on the internet for free, right? Whether it's a book, you can find a free PDF of it. If it's a movie, you can find a free bootleg version of it online. Everything is free online. We
Yep.
understand, but we do the research and we consolidate the research for you at an easy, digestible rate. We understand that people have busy lives. They don't have the time to do the research of hours and hours and hours over years of time that we do, right? That
Yeah.
we've done already, that
Yep.
we have understanding of. So we can digest this information for you a lot quicker and help you grow in the space a lot quicker. But check it out.
Yeah.
What are you gonna lose? What are you gonna lose, right? One subscription a month. Check it out. If you don't find it profitable for you, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly don't know what to tell you. But
I'm with it, Miguel. Hey, Gus, thank you very much for the super chat. Oh, well, I just tried to click on it. Hold that thought. Let me try it again there. Gus says, will this be a regular thing? Glad I found you too. You know what, Gus? I saw your name on here, and we have enough regulars that I pointed you out partially, not just because you had a great comment earlier, or a couple of them now, but because it was a name I hadn't seen. And yes, so we had been going at 9 o'clock. Whoops. We had been going at 9 o'clock basically multiple times throughout the week. We're switching to 7 p.m. and we're going to be Monday through Friday. And then Saturday nights, we have a debate, and we do literally, so we bring on guests this weekend, this Saturday. Guys, make sure you're there. We have not confirmed who's going to be against him, but we have an NFT debate against DZ. DZ, I'm on Around the Blockchain weekly. Miguel's been on Around the Blockchain a couple times. Ultimately, we are bringing on a lot of different people from the greater macro crypto space. And we have an NFT debate this weekend. We've had Crypto Face on. We just had a ton of people on, right? And so ultimately, those are fun. They're exciting, and they're about what we are about. And so I'm going to get to that right now. So look, We love each and every one of you. We will be here Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. We are trying out this new time slot. And so this is what we're about. Question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl.